Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. It is 4:03 p.m. on December 11th, 2024 in Mount Pleasant, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It is 9 degrees outside on a sunny afternoon in the city. In this video, I walked for 1.6 kilometers, starting in South Main by the bus stop at Main and East 12, then strolled north on Main, ending my trek downtown at Main Street Science World SkyTrain Station. To support the channel, click the heart icon to send me a super thanks. For updates, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at jforestwood. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, share it, and subscribe. Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here, just walking on Main Street in the South Main neighborhood. Just approaching East 11th. And we're crossing East 11th. And we'll keep walking here on Main Street. It is around 8 degrees outside and around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 3:51 to be specific. And there's a bit of humidity in the air too. Had to take my jacket off. I was getting rather warm. So I'm out here in my hooded sweatshirt and t-shirt underneath. Let's keep walking. Up ahead of us is East Broadway.
Literally in the corner. Yeah, I was ready to go. Like in first. I was ready to go.
And this is East Broadway at the intersection of East Broadway and Main Street. And that'd be East Broadway looking towards the west. That's also where we're building Main Street Station. Or sorry, that's going to be Mount Pleasant Station now. Oh, they changed the name. Okay, cool. Part of the Broadway subway expansion project for the Canada line. We'll cross East Broadway. Wow, a lot of people at this corner right now. Let's keep walking. So we'll continue on Main Street here. The Broadway subway expansion project for the SkyTrain line is quickly nearing completion. They say it should be done around 2026. So since we're so close to 2025, possibly one more year. But if it takes another year after that, fair enough. These projects from time to time do get delayed, but it's being built a heck of a lot faster than a lot of other projects I've seen in other cities. And as a former Torontonian, that's where my hometown is. I'm still wondering when they're going to get the Eglinton LRT line running. It's been too many years. Too many. So we'll cross Main Street. And you can see the Anti-Social store in front of us. It's one of our local skateboarding stores. And over here, this is the Fox Theater. This is where you're going to see independent music, like Cadence Weapon, and other people come on through. Vancouver. And look at those mountains in the background. Wow. There's snow finally on top of them. You can definitely see the snow on the ski hills. A lot of that is artificial, but you can see at the tops of the mountains there's also snow. So some of it isn't artificial, but they are putting down some artificial snow to add to it, make it deep enough so that you can properly ski on it and snowboard, all those types of things. And when you're in the city of Vancouver and you're looking north, okay, that's when you're going to see the mountains. So also, if you're looking towards the mountains, you know that's north. Now the mountains are still across the Vancouver Harbor, which is part of the Burrard Inlet. But you can see just how pronounced they are here. Over here in East Vancouver, as we walk along Main Street here. And this section of Main Street's in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood. Across here. Here's one of the remaining Cardin donut stores across the street next to Liopis Archery. And Cardin's Donuts unfortunately had to close down their West Pender shop. So that's unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? They gotta make the business call that's best for them. So again, fair enough. We'll keep walking here on Main Street. This is East 5th. In this area of Mount Pleasant, it's mainly office space, industrial space, that type of thing. There's different shops located throughout it too. Little coffee shops and art galleries and a few clothing stores and stuff like that. So it is changing from its original roots of primarily being an industrial area, but you can still find many signs of the industry over here. So over here we got the WeWork office. This is where remote workers and people who have their own business, if they don't need a lot of office space, they can come and they can rent a space in there. Relatively small. And just have the right to come on in there, throw up their laptop on a table and just work. And then across the street here, you can see Tireland, and that's part of that industrial sector. And that's still on over here. A lot of it having to deal with the auto industry. Because Vancouver's a very car-centric city still. It's done a really good job of making its transit system awesome to get around in. But for the longest time, it was a very car-centric city. And before they improved the transit several years ago, you really needed a car to get around. But now with the SkyTrain and the bus routes, TransLink does a really good job of getting people around. So good on you, TransLink. Your public transit is actually pretty darn good. Now, if you talk to the average Vancouverite as we cross East 3rd here, the average Vancouverite will still say, oh, the transit, it needs to be improved, it's so terrible. But that's because they may not have necessarily experienced transit in other cities. But over here, it's actually pretty darn good. Let's keep walking here. We're on a main street approaching East 2nd. There's the brick and mortar shop for the Chai Wagon. It used to just be small little trucks or food carts, just like that one right there. But they still have the food carts, but they've expanded. This is East 2nd and Main, and we'll cross the street. And we're now in what is called the Olympic Village here in Mount Pleasant. Is it an ambulance? Is it a police car? Is it a fire truck? We'll find out. It looks like a fire truck. Big cities come with big city problems. Small towns come with a heck of a lot of gossip. So it's a trade-off. Let's keep walking here. Up ahead, this is East 1st Ave. And we have the right of way, so we'll cross the street. When you see the walking guy there, you can cross. When you see a hand, it's best to stop. If it changes when you're halfway out on the street, just continue to cross patiently. But get across the street as soon as possible. Isn't that bike supposed to be on the road? We'll keep walking here on Main Street. Up here is Switchman Street. And we'll cross Switchman. The building we're walking past right now is Canadian Border Services Agency. This is where a lot of their offices are here in Vancouver. And then right next to you got an Irish pub. Or you had an Irish pub? Looks like this place is for lease. Interesting. Johnny Fox's, maybe no more, who knows? If you know more, feel free to put it in the comment section. Doesn't look like it's open right now. It should be open. Okay, fair enough. Businesses come, businesses go. This is one of the last big McDonald's over here in the city too. Very car-centric McDonald's. If you see, a lot of the McDonald's these days are starting to be put into smaller spaces. Cafes, a lot of them becoming McCafes that still serve the whole menu and are located at the bottom of condominiums and stuff like that. We'll keep walking here. Up ahead of us is Terminal Ave and Main Street Science World Station. They had a burst pipe over here at one point in time, leaking sewage. Looks like they've cleaned it up. It's going to take a long time to fix it up properly. Looks like they got the stopgap measure in place right now. This is the intersection of Main Street and Terminal Ave. Along Terminal Ave, there's a lot of smaller colleges, as well as automobile factories and automobile sales stores across the street. And there's also other stores like Kitchener, kitchen supply, warehouses for restaurants, and there's a tile store, that type of thing too. This is Main Street Science World Station here. Looks like we got a few people running. So we'll tap our card, come on in. And we'll head up the escalator. And here we are, Main Street Science World Station. Anyways, folks, thanks for coming along. Just remember to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Have a good day.